What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode of the Tap In Podcast. My fault. Sorry, it's been a while. It's been like a month, I think. So we're back. We were taking a break, I guess. You know, I don't know why, but I guess I don't care. Whatever.
Clinical
And
cases
so
on Mondays, man, lasted a while.
it did, especially for you. Anyway,
Unnecessary shots fired.
Yeah, bro.
I'm sorry. I was trying to get
Clap back
into it.
because he did that shit to me a couple times. Oh, someone didn't want to be on here. I haven't heard shit for like weeks. He just
Oh
wants
my
to talk on
god.
Football Manager now.
What's wrong
Not
with
actual football.
But for today's episode, we will be talking about, of course, the Champions League final that happened yesterday. And we will also be talking about how we felt about the Premier League season as a whole, favorite teams, favorite moments, how our teams did. But first, let's start with the biggest game of the weekend, Arsenal versus PSG. Here's my thoughts on it. Now, when I expressed my dislike of the play in the beginning of the game, I was told it wasn't luck that happened. And it was just Arsenal being really good, which they were great defensively. However, the fact that that ball landed exactly in front of him, it like landed in his lap, in Kai Havertz's lap, and he had nobody in front of him. I just felt like that was a little bit lucky. But hey,
It was
sometimes you need
lucky
luck.
that it fell in his path, but if you saw, they wasn't in front of it. I don't even think it happened inside the box. I think it was like
No,
It was at the
definitely in
halfway
their
line.
half.
It was
Yeah,
at the
it was at
halfway
the
line.
Yeah,
line.
he still had to run it. I mean, he still needed, he still outpaced the center backs, and he still beat the goalie for that goal. I mean, that you're right. It was lucky, but it was a turnover possession that he just
capitalized
to
on.
capitalize
He took it a
on.
long way.
So
He did. He took it a very
Yeah.
long.
And
I would have said it was lucky if it rebounded off his body into the goal or something.
there was luck involved because Trossard. There was also like a handball in the buildup, but they didn't call it. And in that
lot of
bounce
handballs.
around where I think eventually it did land right in front of Havertz and he kind of just burned Pacho for pace. But he did have a lot to do, and that was my only objection. What was the fact that okay, he
Yep.
brought it from the halfway line and then shot near posts against what is the name of the current goalkeeper for PSG?
Something with an S. I forget his
All I
name.
know
He
is
was
that he
was
Not
pretty bad doing that.
Donnarumma.
he had a man bun. That's all I remember.
Yeah. Yeah. Safonov. And he I mean it was a great goal and they were definitely in control that first half for sure.
I mean, as soon as they scored that goal, it was park the bus season. They
yeah.
didn't care about none of anything else. They were like, we got our goal. We're gonna sit back and defend like hell. And to be fair, it worked.
What they were good at. Yeah, they were frustrating the fuck out of PSG,
But I saw a TikTok or video that I agreed with, and I was like, the guy was pretty much saying they were playing not to lose when they should have been playing to win. And that's exactly what happened, because it was just frustrating because it was like I think at the beginning of the game they were better. They were playing better. And when they went on the attack for whatever small time they had the ball on counters attack, they were kind of successful outside of like a missed pass by Kai Havertz, but they were successful getting through the PSG defense. So I was just like, okay, I get it. You've been playing well with this tactic all season, and it's won you the Premier League. But if you would have just like attacked them after that goal, kept going instead of sitting back, you could have maybe got another goal, maybe another two more goals. Maybe it could have been 3-0. But instead, you just let PSG, one of the greatest offensive attacking sides in the world, you just let them put on pressure. So much pressure until Arsenal made a mistake. Because it's like, how are you can defend for 85 minutes. A mistake is bound to happen somewhere. And a bad one happened that caused them to tie the game up.
I will say I don't know that the PSG the brilliant offense of PSG was on display. Not just because of how brilliant the defense of Arsenal was, but also it was the lack of clinicality. They were just not very clinical in their attack. There was a lot of off shots, missed shots.
Half chances.
You know, because
God.
they did get opportunities. They did get shot on goals, obviously, because they had like 75% possession. Like, how do you not? But you didn't see the crazy shots, the clinical shots. You had a lot of like missed pass or pass that weren't weighted just right. So I do think that, had it not been for I definitely don't think that the best side won. I'll put it that way. I
You
don't think
don't
that.
think so?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think that PSG was, for the most part, not their best not their best at what they're the best at, whereas Arsenal was the best at what they're the best at, and then they had a mistake like that foul from
Mascara,
Hincapié
I think.
was it Mascara?
I think so, yeah. Because up until that point, to your point, yeah, they did what we saw last year was an anomaly, them winning 5-0. That doesn't happen in finals. It's
No.
typically very tight affairs. But I mean, we definitely did see a much quieter PSG in this final. Kvaradona didn't do much. Mosquera had a pretty good game of against him up until that penalty. Um, but Dembele did what he had to do from the spot, but didn't provide much else beyond that. I mean, it felt like he was dropping back a lot as well. I think you mentioned it that they were kind of doing similar to what we did to them with that like not exactly pressing with their front line, but
Yeah,
just kind
basically
of
sitting back and providing like a
yeah,
defensive wall instead of pressing and
a
opening
hundred
up the midfield with
yeah.
trying to get a mistake out of the goalie or whatever. Yeah,
So
yeah,
so
you guys
so a
did that
lot of
against
times
Arsenal during the what was it, FA Cup final or
Carabao.
semifinal?
the
Or was it
Carabao,
Carabao?
yeah.
Carabao.
hmm But yeah, so I think that's why like Dembele wasn't as involved. He kept having to come back like into midfield. There was times that he was retrieving it off of the back line and then trying to progress it forward. But they weren't as brilliant as some of the attacking play that we've seen from PSG throughout the season, like that Bayern game. I mean, they they were amazing in that game, but ultimately, yeah, I think Arsenal definitely did what they had to do
But they didn't though.
until the end. Yeah.
Because it's not just defense. I just didn't understand why they wouldn't attack for nothing. Because towards the end of the game, you could see that PSG was just out of it. They was like kind of giving up and playing for the penalty, like the
Could have gone for
penalty
the
shootout.
jugular. You should
They
have
were just
waited.
they were just passing the ball around at the end, like waiting for the
Mhm.
time to run out. And I'm just like, what's going on? Attack somebody, please. This is a final. You want to try and win the game. But they didn't. And I saw a stat that Odegaard and Saka had a combined 10
Mm.
completed passes
Yes.
together. I was
Very,
like,
very bad.
bro, come on. I just don't. I don't know.
I don't know how
Despite
that
oh,
by the w
go ahead.
but no. I was gonna say, I don't know how by the way, I don't know how that double handball from Saka wasn't
It
called.
wasn't a ham. Wasn't a yeah.
How? Like that was I mean, they were trying to like the way that Rice and Arteta were up in arms
Mm,
over that supposed foul in the
yeah.
box,
Both got yellows
which
for it.
which was yeah, the guy yells for it, and then on replay was like the most obvious to pull down, yeah,
Madueke
hook,
hooked him and
mhm,
pulled him down to
pulled
make it
him
look
down.
bad.
But and maybe and that's kind of a problem where like you do kind of have to act a fool to get the refs to look because like
Sometimes.
I don't know if they made a bigger stink about because I mean look if it was a Premier League I feel like the Premier League is a little bit more loosey goosey with handballs. They're more like unless it's like an obvious handball you just like dive it out of the air or something like that. They're probably not going to give you a handball, but on the tournaments, like on the Champions League, I've seen it where it's just like bounces off their hand in a natural state and it gets called. This was twice. He kicks the ball awkwardly, comes up to his hand, and then bounces off his other hand in the
Are you talking about
box.
the one in the first half?
Mhm.
Once right? That Saka did it?
Osaka, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. Like, how is that not a you know what I mean? I mean, ultimately, they still, won, and it could have been a totally different game had that happened, right? Like,
100%.
Arsenal would have had to open back up, and it could have been a different game altogether, but
Because
it was
That
really strange.
when they did open up after that penalty, that's when PSG was getting even more shots on goal because
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
Barcolo was getting free.
Yeah.
And he should have converted on one of those.
Yeah,
he had the
did.
opportunity.
He should have. And Vitinha had a couple really good shots. One that
From
just went
outside
right
the
over the
Yep.
the crossbar, and one that went like far left. But still, some really good opportunities. But to your point, I mean, the refereeing is inconsistent. We've been saying that all throughout the whole season, but even in the Champions League, because
Yeah?
Mosquera as well. For that penalty, I'm surprised he was already on a yellow.
Why didn't he get a
He should
yellow?
have gotten a double yellow.
Exactly.
You're right.
I thought he was gonna get sent off, and then that would
It
have
was over
completely
for him.
changed the
I thought it was over.
complexion
I
of
was
the
like, oh,
game.
they down a man now?
100%. And then they
It's
didn't
over.
call. So
Yeah. I mean, on the other hand, though, the Arsenal fans are up in arms that they called it at halftime when they had a corner kick that
Yeah, well, he was
they didn't get to take.
Saka was taking forever to get to the corner, and everybody, it was already past time. Like, get to the corner, get your thing done, and then let's move on. Like, don't be disrespectful. Why are you? First of all, it was already past time, so just why you're burning
and you
time
still
to
have
burn
a whole
time?
half to play. Why are we
Right.
doing this?
And this is the type of tactics that just I was watching a few. I think I was watching TalkSport where they were asking, why did Arsenal become the villain, and why is it that it seems like everyone's against Arsenal, and it's like it's a combination of a lot of stuff, but it's stuff like this, like not playing the game, not playing it to the spirit of the game. And I get it. A lot of it is tactics, and a lot of it is playing in the in the niches of the the statistical anomalies or whatever. But like,
And it's shit
what
housery.
was the benefit? Yeah, what was the benefit
Yeah,
of
but
you taking an extra minute to get to the corner? Everybody's trying to get to their half to do whatever it is that they need to do. Get to it, my guy. And I'm
glad the
glad that the
referee
ref
did
did
that.
that. I'm glad that the ref was like, "All right, we're not doing this. We're not playing
Fuck
around.
this.
This is the
I gotta go
final
use
of
the
the Champions
bathroom.
League.
Yeah.
This isn't a game against Middlesbrough, wherever. What was that team? Southampton that they lost to. I don't know. It was a frustrating thing to watch. Yeah,
But you know what though? It
the
was
world didn't
poetic.
end
It was poetic justice.
unless you're a Parisian.
It was poetic justice to lose on some
On set pieces?
calls, yeah, and set pieces. And
Did
my
it all
boy
work out?
Gabriel, fucking asshole
Eze.
that he is,
And
bro.
Eze.
Well,
Both of
to
them.
me, Eze was a shocking one because Eze should have. I don't know. He was
Apparently
doing
it
too
wasn't.
much.
I hate that
Be-
stutter step bullshit though.
I hate that too.
thing-
Just
because
keep the fucking
someone
did a
hell out of
video.
me.
Someone did a video of that, of his penalties, and apparently he's missed like 6 of the 12 penalties he's taken over the past
Really?
however many years because of that. Damn, he hasn't changed it.
Just kick the ball, man.
And not just that,
Pick
why
it
is
up.
Gabriel your last regardless, even if it goes beyond that point, number 5 is very important because that's how you're gonna close it out, hopefully, and win within, those first 5 penalties. Why is Gabriel your guy?
What was the matter with?
Apparently he had asked for it. Apparently he asked for it.
Really?
Apparently he volunteered
That makes
for
it
it.
even
Yeah.
worse.
Because I've been seeing a
for
lot of
him.
memes online saying like, why didn't Madueke do it? Because
Mhm.
Or Zubimendi.
back when he was in
Yeah.
Chelsea, he had that argument with Cole Palmer, trying to take a pen, and but apparently looked into it. Apparently Gabriel wanted to take that last goal. So hubris,
Over
maybe,
the
I don't know.
Yeah, a
That
little
was
bit.
that was a terrible.
It was
attempt.
bad. His walk up was horrible too.
Horrible. Yeah.
It went straight sky high.
I felt a little bad for the team, for them too. I always do. Always, like, it's that it's gonna be like that. They're gonna see that day back again for at least another year until they get another
Yeah.
opportunity to
I
do
didn't
it.
feel
It's
bad for
gonna
Gabriel.
burn so bad. How
Nah.
Gabriel, I didn't feel bad for him.
No.
He's been a dickhead all season, bro.
True,
Let's
true.
be honest. He
True, true.
was how he did Martinez when they played us the second time, and he like headbutted him when they went up for the ball. I didn't appreciate that. When he headbutted Holland in the last,
They humble it.
I was like, and he skied it. I was like, yes, yes, you dickhead, because he's always throwing elbows and shit, and acting like he ain't do
100%.
nothing. I'm just like,
And this is,
yes.
and I'm just gonna go on my soapbox for a second because this is what he meant when he said "stay humble," Holland. This is what we're talking about because as soon as this was definitely a season of a lot of ups and downs where they lost momentum, they gained momentum, they got it back. But just getting ahead of yourself, talking about quadruples when you haven't even secured one
My
trophy.
God,
That's what he meant when he
November.
said stay humble. That's what he meant.
Talking
You
about
haven't
winning
done anything yet.
all 4.
We'll talk about it when we get into the Prem. Good for them. They won the league. They got over the hump. Maybe this is the dawn of a new era. We'll see. We'll see. But what's that slogan? What's that saying? Don't count your chickens before they come to roost.
Hatch.
Whatever it is,
Before they
hatch,
hatch.
whatever.
Don't count your eggs before they hatch.
Okay. Why are you saying that you're gonna win all these things when you haven't won shit? Win it and then celebrate and then talk your shit.
Especially when you're a team known for losing. or
Exactly.
for almost making it, you know?
Bottling. But I digress.
And
but
now
stay
Eze,
humble.
Eze was talking mad shit about the bottle guy and all that and the bottling.
100%.
And he like shared the post of that they made the dude who drunk they turned him into a bottle.
I saw that.
And then someone turned Eze into a bottle after he missed the pen. And I was like, this is beautiful.
Bottleception.
Poetic justice. Because it's like, and then you got, but still though they won the league, so it's like
They won the league.
They did. And just in retrospect, okay, yes, they lost this game, but we do objectively have to admit, year on year they're progressing. I think 4 years ago they didn't even make it to like the semis of the Europa. Then they eventually got into the Champions League. They made the quarterfinals. Then last year they made the semifinals. Finally, they made the finals. I mean, I think it would be disingenuous for us to say that they're just gonna fall off into obscurity. They're probably gonna be there again, but we do have to give them credit in
Honestly,
that.
next
They're hard to
if
play
you really
against.
think about it, next season, I would honestly put him up as favorites to win it all. Because if you really think about it, I mean, who's
Are we
like
talking about the champs or are
the
we talking about
Champions League? The
Okay.
Champions League specifically, because I'm trying to think like who's the closest. I mean, Bayern Munich, PSG again are probably the only 2 that I can think of seriously.
What about
Madrid
Real
is
with Chelsea?
Madrid, I don't know, man. I think they're gonna have a season where they just have to figure it out.
What if he whips them into shape, man?
Maybe. But Jose's there kind of more. I don't know. I don't know how he is tactically these days. I don't know how. I think he's really more there to bring
Egos
chaos,
down.
to bring back order, sort of thing. So I don't know. I don't know if they're. I think they're gonna be more focused on trying to figure out the locker room. It depends what the summer transfers brings for Madrid too. And so I don't know about Madrid. Maybe Barcelona. Maybe especially if they get Julian Alvarez. Especially if they get some more depth in their backline and midfield. So I
Gordon
don't know.
isn't good enough.
But who?
Gordon?
I actually don't know that that's terrible. I don't know. Everybody was saying how it was like a ridiculous transfer, but I mean, he played for Newcastle in their kind of tougher season, and he actually stood out amongst the rubble of Newcastle this season. So I don't know. I'm curious to see why apparently Hansi Flick asked for him personally. So
I think what was shocking in that was just the price tag because I think that might
70
just
million.
Yeah, that might just
That's
be
a lot.
I think that's
a
a new
warning of
baseline,
things
though.
to come
Yeah.
because I mean, there's some big names out there. We were talking about Morgan Rogers before the recording started, and I mean, if Gordon came off
If Gordon is
okay
70 million,
season
give me
for
100
70,
million.
exactly, and we're gonna probably break 100 for Anderson. I mean, who knows where Enzo is gonna go because he started at 100 million for Chelsea. So
No, they're not taking any less than 120 supposedly.
exactly, but that's what I'm saying. It's gonna get very very hectic with this transfer window, and I
I
wonder
think
if
Enzo's gonna just go to Madrid. I don't
you
see him
think
going to
so.
City. Yeah. I
No,
think it's gonna
I
be
don't
a
think they're going
I
to
don't I think
City.
it's gonna be like, you sell us him, we'll sell you this guy, and then ultimately ends up being like a player trade for plus 40 million or something like that.
Maybe.
But
We
yeah,
can
it's
move
gonna be
into
interesting
this.
next season for in the Champions League for Arsenal. Um,
They're
I
heavy
really
favorites.
could see it. I really could see it just being, you know,
They got good at a very good time because
Yeah,
everybody else isn't as good as they once was.
it feels
true.
like this season. Sorry, we'll talk later. But
No, go ahead, go ahead.
I was gonna
No, we might
say
as well go into it now.
well, I was gonna say, since we're talking about the Premier League, this season is kind of funny. It feels a little bit like the season finale.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like the season, like the last 10 years, especially with Pep. This is like the season finale, and then it's starting like the new season with the new cast members,
yeah,
and
the
you gotta
spinoff.
like build up and like have their new storylines and all that stuff. It really feels like a pretty interesting, and it ended with Arsenal winning, so you have a cliffhanger there. Good job,
That's fair.
Premier League script writers.
Yeah,
You
for
guys
sure.
did your fucking best giving Arsenal all those sweetheart calls, but I guess you got your storyline.
Come on, man. What calls?
Yeah, what calls? Zero penalty. Was it zero
0 red
penalties
cards for
conceded and
France.
zero
You know what? That's why it's
red
also
cards?
poetic justice because they went the entire season without giving up a penalty or whatever, and
Mhm.
then the final,
They gave
the
up a
first
penalty.
one,
I love
the
that.
first one, I was like, yes, yes, karma's a bitch, and then they lose
Siwa.
on
110.
penalties.
Yeah.
Yes, no hate, but all hate. But
Medium hate. Medium hate.
moving on to the Premier League. This season has been crazy, especially for my team, of course. But if you guys had to grade your team season A, B, C, D, F, how would you grade it and why?
Who
Do you
wants to
want
go
to go,
first?
Julius?
Yeah, okay, I'll go first. I mean, I'll be honest, it was a B. I would say it was a B or maybe A minus. I don't know. I don't think it should be an A minus. I think it should be a B because there we're coming
You guys are gonna struggle so bad next season. You guys is
probably.
you guys is like you guys ran the domestic double and came
Okay.
in second place in the Premier League
All
and
right.
with a legendary coach, and you're grading it a B. That's a lot of people's is like dream A star scenario. I would have said A minus for sure because I could have been better, but I was pretty
Could have been
fucking
better,
good.
but I don't I think if we would have like I'm not gonna disagree with you. You're absolutely right. For a lot of people, this would be A plus plus season. But because of the manager that we're talking about, because of the manager that we're losing, he has made this degree. He's made success
Your standard is so
so
high.
commonplace. Yeah,
Mhm.
that without winning the Premier League, it's hard to feel like, wow, this was incredible. But in context, I don't think it's realistic for any of us to have thought, oh, we're immediately going back after, really, really struggling last season and then having some of that same defensive frailty at the beginning of this season, um, to immediately go back to winning it all and being utterly dominant, running away with it. That was that would be very unrealistic of an expectation. So I mean, considering that we integrated all these new players and we were there, we weren't there, we were there again. When it comes to the title race, because I think we talked on that Saturday after the game and after all the speeches and after him presenting everybody with the rewards and all that stuff. I feel very bright for the future, even if Maresca is not the guy. We'll see, but I feel like there are aspects of this team that I can see getting better and better, and hopefully next season we could do something special. We'll see. Never know.
Crazy. All right, all right, Mateo, what you got?
Bro, it's an F. Straight up. There's no redeeming qualities about this season. This season started with such high hopes. We had such a good up until like November. Basically, we were riding high. We were, we had that upset against Liverpool. The current champions. We had that amazing game against Barcelona where we won 3-0. We had, just back to back, lots of really good, results. And then basically as of December, early December, no, around Christmas time, that Leeds game was kind of like the beginning of the end. We had a bunch of losses in a row or draws in a row, and then Maresca ending or walking away. Just for the Rosenior appointment, which was just not really didn't fit, really didn't jive. And then ultimately breaking a lot of really bad records for Chelsea. A lot of losses in a row, definitive losses. Making it to another Wembley final just to lose it again. And yeah, just the most dejected, weakened team. Cole Palmer's worst season while in Chelsea. Esteval ending with a horrible injury. It's just been having to see Garnacho, having to hope Garnacho will come good, and then just being like, yeah, we got absolutely robbed, scammed by United. It's been honestly a pretty bad, especially from what we thought. I really thought that we looked so great in the first half of the year. We really did. And I didn't think we were gonna win really anything. I thought we were gonna maybe we could get like a Carabao Cup out of it, but for sure going to Europe. We didn't even make it to the Conference League again. 10th place, no Europe. 1 game a week next season, every single week.
But
all these people in our squad,
all these people
in our squad, not doing nothing.
Could be good.
Man United.
I hear you, and that's what I'm hoping for. Honestly, like I'm running off hope and copium right now. All right, if it had not been for Xavi Alonso, it would have been a dark summer. That really brought a lot of that, and him being given the manager title really gave a lot of fresh air into what was seemingly just like a pit of despair and feculence. So I don't know. I think overall F. If we could go less than that, I would. But F-, I guess.
Why not?
Relegation would be F-, bro.
Okay,
give
fair
him
enough.
a D+.
Me being spoiled, bro. At least you're in the
made
league.
it to a cup final. You know what I'm saying?
Your wife can't say that she's still even in the league.
And you know what? You could have won that cup final, but the refs were against you.
That's true too. But regardless, definitely still an F. Maybe not an F-. I guess Tottenham's season would have been an F-. This is definitely
or West Ham.
Yeah. Or Burnley. Or Wolves, who actually going down.
It could have been worse. Could
have been worse, but not by much.
But
because if you look, by the way, if you look at the table, I mean, they were really bad, but it could have been like had they not been so bad, like we weren't that far away from like the relegation zone. I mean, we were like smack dab in the middle, but the difference between like 10th and 17th wasn't a chasm.
Hold on,
right?
Not to pour salt in the wound, but I'm looking at the table right now, and if you guys have won the last game of the season, you would have made it to 8th place.
Oh, I know. Oh, I know this. No.
No, you would have made it to what is this, 7th?
I think it would have been
7th.
Whatever Sunderland is, because that's what they.
Yeah, you would have been 7th, and you would have made it to the Europa.
No, I know. And by the way, we didn't need to win that game. We needed to draw. We needed one goal.
Yeah, just draw.
We lost 2-1. It was a 2-1 win, I believe. All we needed was one goal, and we couldn't squeak one goal out.
It's tough, man. You know.
Look, the only thing I think about is that season that Conte came in and won the Premier League. The season before that, when they sacked Jose Mourinho, we ended in 10th. We had no Europa League. We had no Europe. Who knows?
That's what I'm saying. There's things to be hopeful for. Esteval will have a brand new leg by then. João Pedro had a good season, all things considered.
João Pedro got hoed. Sorry.
He got hoed by Brazil.
He got hoed by Brazil.
A lot of people got hoed by their national teams.
Yeah.
In general.
Yeah.
But
for specifically in England, but yeah.
Yeah. But in
Cole Palmer,
I'm hopeful.
Cole Palmer
for
didn't
you guys.
deserve. I wouldn't have taken Cole Palmer. I love the guy, but his season has been an absolute stinker. He's clearly working still through some injury issues or confidence woes. I don't know. I mean, he was starting to look better towards the end of the season, but I wouldn't have, especially with how many people are in that position. It wasn't worth it. I still think that who's it from Nottingham Forest? Gibbs White?
Yeah, he should.
I think he should have gone. I think that was a crazy.
Yeah, I agree.
That was a crazy snub for sure. Maybe even Foden, because Foden, even though he's lapsed,
Foden and Cole Palmer need to go to the same beach and just chill, take the summer off, drink.
But Foden was starting. Didn't he have a couple decent performances towards the end of the season? I remember saying your guy Foden's looking good again. I don't know.
Was in like, I want to say in like maybe January, he had a purple patch. He had a purple patch for a couple games where he scored consistently. And then after that, he disappeared. He came back in like maybe, was it in the FA Cup final? Maybe. He played a decent role. It looked like he almost scored a great goal in the loss to Aston Villa, but they called him offsides by his ass.
Yeah, that's right.
He's a white boy from Manchester. He ain't got a dunk. Why are we doing this? Did you see that picture, Mateo?
By like 1 millimeter. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. I will swear to you, he wasn't offsides. There's no way in hell he was offsides.
It was back to goal.
They gave it. That's another call they gave for Arsenal.
No, it didn't matter at that point.
Oh, didn't? Oh, yeah, that was the last game of the season. That's right.
Yeah, at that point, we had already bottled it.
Yeah, I don't know how he was off, but I'll take it, I guess.
Well, all right, James, how do you grade yours?
Yeah.
Yours has to have emojis. Nah.
Mine is here. I'm a as I've been told, I'm a tough critic, right?
Oh, brother, here we go.
But I'm gonna give it an A.
Yeah, you have.
I want to give it an A minus.
What? He has had a great season,
but I'm gonna keep it in the A.
I would put like smiling emojis, heart emojis.
I'm a tough critic, but I will give it an A. The reason I was thinking about giving it a minus was for two reasons. Was because there was that spell after we won like 13 straight or 12 straight, where we just lost everything. We was drawing and losing, like we lost like 10 games straight. We were terrible. And at the beginning of the season, we were also really bad for like 5 or 7 games.
I agree with you for the beginning of the season. not scoring a goal
However,
for like however many, but that middle of the season, that slump, that's
I'm
because of the
saying
Europa League.
those 12,
You
13
guys
games,
don't have the depth, and you still won the Europa League.
we won 11,
and have
12
Champions
games
League next
straight.
season.
We won 12 games straight in the Prem, which was spectacular. It was a crazy time. We were scoring goals out of our we was coming back when we were down. When we were winning games. It was
McGinn was going off.
We beat Man City. We beat Arsenal. We were beating everybody. It was like for a split second there, you're like, maybe Arsenal could win this league. Maybe a glimmer.
Here,
of course, it was dashed. Of course.
Pause 1 second. I just want to show Mateo something. I just want to show you. This is what they put.
Oh man, I remember seeing it as I had it on my monitor. I wasn't paying attention because I was like, this game doesn't matter.
You fucker. But fair. You're right. But damn it, this is what they had on the screen. I swear to God, this is the image that they put on the screen saying that he was offsides. They traced his butt cheeks and said, too far.
That's such disrespect.
That was a beating play. It was so disrespectful. I was losing it.
Disrespectful.
I was just sitting there like, there's no way that this is the reason why he was offsides. I was like, how is this affecting the play, bro? There's no.
It was ridiculous.
But yeah, then
Sorry. Go ahead.
The I want to say, well, early on we lost our first game in the Carabao Cup tournament. We lost the very first game. We lost to Brentford or somebody, which was tragic. And then we lost in the FA Cup to the most ugly games I've seen them play against Newcastle. What happened? It was Bizolt came like 40 yards out to try and like clear the ball and like missed, and he took out their player and got a red card or some shit like that, and we had to put somebody in and we were down a man for like the rest of the match. It was so stupid, and that was the only reason I thought about giving them a minus, an A minus, because of those blunders, the beginning of the season, the middle of the season where we were trash and injuries and all that. But we actually did very, very good. We finished 4th, which is a Champions League. That's all I wanted at the end of the day. We give us a chance in the Champions League, I'll take it. Morgan Rogers had himself a great season. He had like 10 goals, like 8 assists or something crazy like that. He was clearly, I think, our best player all season in the Europa and in the Prem. Even if Ali Watkins ended with 16 goals. He kind of got it together, but he was still extremely inconsistent. So I don't know what's going to happen to him. If he's probably going to stay as our striker next season.
I think so. At this point, how old is he? He's almost 30, right? Yeah.
So
I think the selling
unless
value
like a
is
lesser team wants him for like however many, I think we're probably going to stick with him and pray that he plays better. But yeah, man, I think we did pretty great. Considering how we finished last season. I wasn't a fan then, of course, but they were like 8th or 7th. So we're back in the Champions League. Hopefully we do something. Probably not, but
you never know.
There's always hope. Maybe something can happen in the transfer season.
You guys gave PSG one of their hardest games. I remember McGinn was going off then too.
Hey, maybe we can get that Arsenal placement. You know what I'm saying? Get us a little easy little route. Probably not. We're not that lucky. But yeah, man. And hey, we did much better last season. Our players played better, except for Ali Watkins. He did about the same as last season. And I'd call it a successful season. From everything I've read, our profits increased by a lot. We made a lot of money. I think the club is now valued at about $1.8 billion, 8.7 billion, which apparently is a 56% growth in whichever over the past season. So maybe we can, get some money to go after a player. Maybe we can convince Morgan Rogers not to sell out and go to one of these other big clubs, because I feel like we have why would you leave? Right?
We're
I think
it's the I think it's the funky accounting rules, the PSR. I think you guys have to sell him in order to
Bye.
reinvest.
hmm
I think it's you guys and somebody else is in a similar situation where they have to sell. It's not Enzo. No, no, it's not you guys. Somebody else has a similar situation.
But yeah, especially with the UEFA, I think it's like I think in the Premier League is 80% of your profits or something like that, and then it's 70% in UEFA competitions or something like that. And then I think they just changed it too, right? I think this coming season's a little different. I forget how.
Well, I mean, how much will we have to pay whoever we're supposed to be paying?
I don't
Like,
know. I don't know. I don't know how that. I
because
don't know exactly.
we just like I was reading because we just earned like $45 million from playing in the Europa because we won all of our games except for maybe one, and we won the thing. So that was like 35 million plus another however many. So I'm just like, maybe we can afford to keep him, but if we do sell him, it has to be for a lot. It has to be for 100 grand, 100 million. I think it has
At
to be. If
least.
this Gordon kid is getting 70 million, we gotta get more than that for him. And then
And
we had
he'll
to reinvest
probably
that shit to get some.
100%, and he'll probably be going to another Premier League side, which is where all the money is anyway. So yeah, I think at least 100 million. You
Well,
guys
how long is his
be looking to
contract?
get.
Like, because it'll if you're buying out his contract, it might not be, you know, that amount. It could have been like Gordon's contract maybe was like early doors, and then his is maybe later doors or something. I don't.
6-year contract.
Yeah, so it should be pretty high.
Expiration dates is 2031. He signed it in 2025. In November of 2025. So as the season was going.
Mhm.
So yeah, it'll be for a good
It's
amount.
$234 million
What he's gonna get paid over the length of
over
that
the 6
contract?
years. Is $234 million. I think.
People rich, my friend.
Actually, I don't know how much. That could be wrong though.
Sounds
That sounds a lot.
like
That sounds
a
high.
lot.
That sounds high.
Yeah, it sounds a little too high.
23? No,
Half these idiots
I think
get
it
paid
was
100.
23 million. 23 million? That sounds better.
Half these idiots get paid $150,000 per week. That's like the
His estimated
okay
salary is $150,000 per week.
There you go.
That's more than I'll
Times
probably make
52.
in my lifetime.
So 1 year, it's 7.8 million, and it's 6 years.
Well, they got bonuses and all sorts of other stuff added to
Yeah,
it too, but
we're looking at like 50, but it probably is in 52 years or 52 weeks in a year. They're probably just doing it for the season. I don't know. It's a lot of money.
how it works. I don't know how the
It's
It
accounting
is
side
a
of
lot
this
of money.
stuff works.
Because you know what, though? I don't know if he fits well with them. Maybe on the left
Who?
side, Morgan
For
Rogers for
for
Arsenal.
Arsenal? Yeah, it would
Maybe
be
on
the
the
left.
left side. But that's
Left
not
or
his
as a
primary.
striker.
I mean, would you rather have him as your striker than Gyökeres? I don't know. Gyökeres picked it up at the back second half of the
He
season.
He did.
I don't know because he
But for
plays. I think he plays cam for us. He plays cam
yeah.
mainly, and left, and front, and right. If wherever you need him. So maybe
Which,
he'll fit over there.
Yeah, I think as a left winger, I think that's primarily what they would need. That's probably their weakest spot. But if they eventually start sitting down Odegaard, I would think Eze would be that guy to go into the cam spot. But if they purchase Morgan Rogers, maybe it's him that would be that improvement at the 10. I don't know.
I want him to stay, man. Too bad about whatever rules we gotta follow. Why did that happen, by the way? Did we break some rules before?
No.
It's everybody. Yeah, it's just like fair play rules or something like that.
Oh my god.
Just keep
Yeah.
you from like dumping too much money, making it
Well,
less.
Aston
Fair.
Villa should be getting a lot of money when they since they released those new jerseys. Did you see them? Oh my gosh.
They are pretty clean. They are.
I was
clean.
like, I'm gonna have to actually.
But is
spend...
Madonna wearing yours?
Okay,
I don't think so.
Is Madonna wearing yours? Cheers.
Mr. F.
Yeah, it was horrific. Look up that video.
I don't want
It-
to.
It's like if you put cloth on like a skeleton.
God,
That's what I'm
shattering.
saylike Madonna.
I saw our jerseys and we're like, I might have to actually pay for some new the actual jersey.
Yeah.
Hey, I might have to pay for the actual jersey, man.
Once in a while.
No more fakes. No more fakes. All right, hold on. There's one more thing. Not the Premier League. World Cup. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think we have a shot in hell. I'm
We
not
as in
even
the U.S.
Yes.
The U.S.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
We don't got a shot in hell. I'm not even confident we'll make it out of the group stage.
That's the
I
thing.
think we will.
I
think we will.
We have a kind of tough group. I think Turkey is going to be a lot more challenging than people expect. And then who else do we have in our group? I don't even know.
Australia and one more team. I can't remember right now.
Uruguay?
Uruguay.
Is it Uruguay?
I don't
Not
know.
sure.
I think so.
That would be kind of tough too.
I have
mean,
my Panini pack, so I can tell you right now.
that's very true.
Paraguay,
It is
Australia, and Turkey.
It is Paraguay. Yeah.
I think we
But,
could beat Paraguay, and I think we could beat Australia.
Yeah, I think it'll be probably Turkey.
Okay,
and
but
the
let's see. What's the knockout? Who would we potentially play for the knockout?
I don't know what the tracks are outside of
So
those.
we're Group D.
We're Group
What's
D.
that?
So
Is it 1D? Would it be 1?
yeah, if we finish first place, yeah, we would be going against
3
third place
AE.
in BE.
AE, I thought. Oh no, you're right, BE.
But who knows who that could be? I mean, it says B, E, F, I, and J. So we don't even know. I think we.
I want
agree.
England.
You want England? We had them in the group last time.
I want
It
'em.
was a
We
draw.
drew.
Yeah, it was a draw. It was
We
a draw.
drew, but I want them in the knockouts. I want them in the knockouts, and I want us to win on a Harry Kane missed pen over the bar.
Saka, make it Eze. Why not?
Make it both of them.
Yeah.
Make it both of them.
But yeah, I mean, in all honesty, I think as long as we don't get embarrassed, I would consider it a good World Cup.
You guys got
for-
France? Who you got winning it all?
I think Spain or France. Yeah, Spain or France are my two. I think
France
England could
is-
do it, but
Let's
I
hope
don't
not.
think so.
Let's hope not. They're like Arsenal of the international stage, you know.
I like some of their players. I like Bellingham.
Oh, he's my favorite player almost.
Yeah,
Was.
and
He was.
I can't root for him in Madrid white, so I got to root for him in England red or white.
I think France is going to destroy everybody.
Maybe. I think.
Why you shake your head no?
I don't
They
think
got-
so.
I think Spain
so.
could do it.
Yeah.
They just.
I mean,
won the
there's
Euros.
enough. I think Germany will probably be kind of a surprising could be kind of surprising this season too.
But France has 3
and then there's
World
always
Cup
like a
teams
wild
on one
card team that does really well. So they'll probably be
Who was it
out
last
of-
time? Morocco?
There's a
Yeah,
Morocco.
Morocco
1 year
got
was
to the
Japan.
semis.
I remember they got pretty far. So who knows? Maybe U.S. will be the wild card that gets pretty far.
One can only hope.
I just know for a fact they're not going to win it.
Nah, because you know what? It's funny seeing all the United States sports like ESPN
Commentators.
and
Yeah.
commentators. They're like, "Where's your rankings for the World Cup?" And they got us in the top 10, and I'm like, "That's a little high, my guy. I don't know about any of that."
I don't. I feel
And
kind of bad
then-
for those commentators. Not gonna lie.
'Cause
Like,
you got some of them who are like, who is the underdog who you think would go all the way? And then they'll be like, the United States. And I'm like, I don't know about all that. Who's your favorite? I got the United States in 5th. I'm like, no. What do you? And then you're like you said, you feel bad because like you clearly don't watch anything.
yeah, clearly you were commentating for some other sport. and then they're like, "Who do we have locally to talk soccer?" And it's
I heard Pulisic is the LeBron of soccer.
Yeah. It was like, I saw Pele once during the World Cup. It's like, cool, man. You got the job.
The way that they big up Pulisic is hilarious, dude. They think he's the second coming, bro. It was like, okay, he's good, but he's not outstanding, you know?
He had a decent season, though.
Played well, you know, but he's not. Is he better than João Pedro, though? He got left off of his own national team.
Yeah, but that's for Brazil.
That's what I'm saying.
Different things.
We got a guy who probably wouldn't make the team of plenty other countries, and you think he's the LeBron James of soccer.
He could make it into some other countries. There's a lot of countries in the World Cup.
Yeah, it's literally
for he'll make it into Scotland.
Curaçao might consider.
Make it into Scotland.
Haiti.
Haiti. I was gonna say
that group.
Listen, you never know.
It is crazy. Brazil might have just got lucky there, bro.
With what?
Brazil's in that group with Haiti, Scotland, and Morocco.
Yeah.
Well, it's gonna be Morocco, Brazil out of that one for sure. 100%. Scotland, possibly, but
maybe as a third place team.
Morocco, Brazil.
All right,
bro. I'm gonna laugh so hard if Neymar gets injured in the first game.
Oh, did he get injured right before?
He's injured right now, and they're saying like they basically have Joao Pedro on speed dial. And I think they have a few more days before it's a hard, like, permanent roster situation. I think they still have a few days where they can make changes.
Really? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So he still has hope.
Listen. Yeah, I don't think so. I think the pressure from Brazil is too high. But I still think like
somebody in there.
Listen, who else is? I don't know. I don't really want to go into it. I'm a little upset by it.
That he got
it's
snubbed.
Ridiculous that he got snubbed after the season he's had.
Hey, I'm proud of my guys. I got like 6 people going to the World Cup on my team.
We have a good amount too.
Really?
Yeah, we have Cucurella,
Reece James,
Cucurella, Caicedo, Hato.
Where's Caicedo? Oh, right, English.
Caicedo is Ecuador.
I was gonna.
I think it was a couple
Enzo Fernandez.
Enzo for Argentina.
Oh, right.
Mike Penders for Belgium.
Oh, okay. Is he their number one?
He's Strasbourg, but he's coming over already officially. Yeah, that's their goalie, I believe.
Oh, okay.
We got 2 players going to Belgium.
Mamadou Sarr for Senegal.
Oh yes, he was playing in that game yesterday, right?
Yeah. Yep.
And no, hold on. Penders has to be a backup because Courtois, unless he's injured,
he probably is a backup.
I don't know if.
Yeah, you're right. Courtois would be obviously the man.
Yeah, he's number 2.
But he's going.
Yeah, he's going. And the guy from Man United, their goalkeeper's also from Belgium. I didn't know that.
Lemons?
Mm-hmm.
What a signing. Oh my God, bro. Onana, I don't know how you come back, bro. I don't know how you as Onana come back to this successful ass season after you left. And everybody doesn't give you the craziest stink eye. He needs to be sold so quick. There's no way he makes it through the summer.
Well, all right, ladies and gentlemen, that has been another episode of the Tap In Podcast. Hope you like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. And we will be back with more for reporting on the World Cup when it happens. So we will see y'all next time. Peace out.